Alright, so once I got him fairly straight, I use my knife and I scrape it. Get rid of the inner bark that's left, and I try to carve out these little knots or branches used to grow. I have those wild rose stalks that I'm going to use too for arrow shafts. These red osier dogwood, I feel like they're not that straight, but anyways, I'm experimenting and I'm learning. So once I got him nice and smooth, I'll use sandpaper and sand him. A bit of sandpaper. Just wrap the sandpaper around it. Cool thing too, what I learned doing these this bow and these arrows is a method that I was not really familiar with the knife. So instead of carving, you just scrape. And LM Nature et Bois, the video he made, he explains it in French as gratouillage. So all you do is just simply scratch the surface of the wood. And this kind of acts like a plane. See what I'm doing? And what it does too is it does these super fine curls, super fine feather sticks that would take the spark of a ferro rod really easily. So it actually makes super good tinder, super fine tinder. And you gotta do this scratching and not carving for the arrows and the bows, because all you want to do is like basically sand it, so remove a very, very fine layer, just like a plane, I guess, but with your knife. Of course, you need a very sharp knife for it to work correctly, but I think even with like a pretty dull knife, like, it'll still kind of work. Pretty much done, so I'm just gonna pass them just over my propane torch, which will kind of do like a bit of a help dry them since they're wet, and then it'll hopefully fire harden them a little bit. Alright, so looks like this kind of worked pretty good. Like, I broke one. Sometimes there's a natural selection with these things. It's like they go through a bit of a a strength test when you're trying to bend them and work with them and stuff, and that's fine. So in the end you end up with whatever. The grain of the wood was not good enough on the ones that broke, so we try not to get too frustrated. But like, they're not perfect, but hopefully with the feather fletching they'll be able to be fairly straight enough, and the fletching will make it rotate and stabilize it. So there you go, red osier dogwood arrow straightening. Next one I'll try will be my rose, wild rose stalks. Sweet. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Next thing will be try to put some feathers on these things and then try them out. Shoot them.